Hello everyone, this is Pauline Angel, URK20CS1015 from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Karunya. In this video, I'm going to explain you the implementation of hash table with linear probing to manage collisions. So let me just go through the program that I have given here and explain you how we can do this. So I have created a class called hash table. In it, I have function definitions, different kinds of function definitions for this implementation. So first I have initialized the size and the hash table so that it is going to take the range of the size from the user, and then in that it is going to have the calculation. And then I have defined a function called hash, in which it is going to take a key, which is every number that we are going to enter. It is going to have a modulus with the size of the size of the total number of elements in the array. So index equals to key of modulus a, which is a. Here I have given as enter in size of the array. So when the user gives a particular size for the array, it is going to consider as the a, so total number of elements as a, and then this will be the main point to calculate where to place the particular number. So I have given a if else condition in which if the hash table of the index equals to none, then it is going to return just the index number or the number of the value, which means if it is having only one, then it will definitely return the only just one number. Otherwise, if it is not equals to none, then it is going to perform this calculation, which is index equals to index plus 1 modulus a, which means index here is the number that we are going to have, plus 1 we are going to add one number, which will be more which will have a modulus with the number of total number of elements or total number of numbers in the array, and then it is going to return the index value, I mean the number that which we are going to have. So it is going to place in that particular position the value that it gets using this calculation. It is going to place this particular number in that particular position. And then I have a function definition called insert, which is going to insert that particular number in that particular position. So index equals to self dot hash of key, and hash table of index equals to key, which is going to take the particular number as consideration. It is going to place in that position. And then function definition of search, which is going to consider the same calculation or same formula which we have used before, and it is going to check for that particular value that the user wants to see, and it is going to return the particular index in which it is having. So if the particular number is found, then it is going to return the index number, otherwise it is going to return none. And then it is to print that hash table, I have just given a range in so that it is going to print one by one. And then if the particular number is not placed anywhere inside that inside a particular slot, then it is going to just say none. So here I have given a user defined function, user divide program, so that it is going to take the size of the array, and for that array also I'm going to use a divided by 2, which means if the user gives a size like 4, it is going to take only two numbers, so that it will be quite you know easy to see what in which places it is going to it is going to take the slots in, it is going to take the numbers in. So I have used this kind of formula, so it will be easy to know where it is placing the numbers. And then I'm going to take the number of the numbers from the user itself. So I have created the C variable, and then it is going to insert that. And to print the hash table, I have called the print hash table, and then to ask the user to which number he wants to check, I have given this. And then if this when it is searching, if the given number or if the given key is present, it is going to say the number, say the particular index in which it is placed. Otherwise, if it is not found, then it is going to print the particular key is not there in the hash table. So let me just run this code and see how does this work. So it is going to place in different kind of different positions in which it is compatible to place with. So first it is going to ask the size of the array. Let me just give 10 and see how it will calculate. 10 as the size of the array. And since we have used this particular formula, a divided by 2, which means 10 divided by 2 is 5, so we can only enter 5 numbers. So let's see how it is going to take. I'm just giving them some random numbers. Let me give two same numbers and see how it will take. So it has printed the hash table. See, the other 5 values are given as none. So here it is. And then let me search for 12. And yes, it has given the index number where 12 is placed. It is placed in second index number, so it has given index number 2. So the other one is this thing is using the linear probing, and now we are going to see the quadratic probing. So the quadratic probing is nothing different. It is almost the same with the linear probing, but here the formula that we are going to use is changed. It is going to multiply 2 times with the index number, like I into I modulus a. So here we have used only index number plus 1 modulus a, but here we have used index number plus I into I modulus a. So this I will be the position of the number, so it is going to multiply with that, or and then it is going to print it. So let me just run this one also and show you. I'm going to give 10 again. So 60, 80, 60, 30, 70. It has printed the hash table, and then it is asking for enter a number. Let me give 60. And yes, the very first 60 that when it searches will be displayed in the index number 0, so it has given us index number 0. So this is how we do the linear probing and quadratic probing for hash tables. So I hope you understood these two programs well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.